Hi, I'm Winslow. I'm the head brewer here at Pure Project Brewing.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm one of the co-founders of Pure Project. We're here talking today about Strawberry Fest.
Strawberries.
I'm Michael Clark, and I do the sales for J.R. Organics.
I'm Joe Rodriguez Jr., and I do all the growing for J.R. Organics. Fourth generation farming here at J.R. Organics. My grandfather actually started up in Buena Park and bought this farm back in 1958. There was nothing here. My dad and his brothers actually cleared all the ground here. Lived with no power for about 4 years till finally the power came in. We were grown mainly all row crops, and then we got into the flowers in the 60s, and then we went back into farming vegetables again. In 1985, we started looking at the organic, and by getting sick by spraying some of the chemicals and stuff here on the farm, I decided we were going to change into organic. My dad being brought up in the chemical years, he didn't think it was possible. So he goes, well, here's about 5 acres, go and try and see what you could do. So I did, and it worked out really well. Yes, we were actually the 34th in San Diego County to be certified. And so yeah, we've been with it for a long time. I'm fourth generation, and there's 6 generations. Actually, there's 4 generations living on the farm now. So, yeah.
So I would be the 5th.
Yeah, you would be the 5th generation.
And then there's the 6th generation. Yeah.
That's
every day being here as a kid, and seeing it, and just after high school, it was something that we did on the weekends. We would get up in these trucks, drive up to LA and sell the food, and just having the history behind us and being able to spread the word and spread good food to people. And that's kind of the feedback that we got, that's what they wanted. And just the pride of being certified organic and having a family farm behind us. Yeah.
Strawberry Fest started about 3 years ago when we harvested our first strawberries with J.R. Organics. It's a local farm that we decided to work with because one of the goals at Pure Project is to try to source ingredients locally and work with local farmers and support them.
Over the years here at Pure Project, we've brewed multiple variations of strawberry beers. The first one of which was named CT3 that we actually did as an anniversary beer for a local bar here. That beer just got such a cult following that we decided to brew some other beers with strawberries.
This is our 4th year working with them. Every year has grown with the strawberries. They come out and pick the strawberries, have them delivered, and then make this tremendous beer that's just really good with our flavor. Our strawberries are really good, and that's kind of what we enjoy doing with them. The variety of strawberry, it's a dark red, rich flavor strawberry. It's really nice taste and kind of a low acid berry, and yeah.
So, the only one eating strawberry.
Robbie, you have to hold the bin.
Hey Greg, I found you a weirdo one.
We didn't do strawberry magic last year, did we?
No.
My favorite part of Strawberry Fest is taking the entire team out to J.R. Organics. We spent a day out there showing them around the farm, which is really cool to see, and then obviously picking strawberries and eating a bunch of strawberries. Strawberries are my favorite fruit, so that helps. It being strawberry season, using fresh ingredients is important to us. So every time this year is usually when Strawberry Fest happens. It all depends on how well the strawberries are growing this season. The varieties tend to change from time to time. But to us, the key thing is just working with a local farm and sourcing really good ingredients.
Besides the celebration of strawberries itself, it's a really important education piece also for us. I think it's really hard when everyone goes to a supermarket every day of the year and they see these fruits that actually only are usually picked seasonally once a year. So being able to show people that, look, like you may love this beer, but we can actually only brew it once a year when strawberries are ready, because that's the way it should be brewed to have it be the best quality.
Yeah, additionally, it allows us to establish a really solid relationship with the local farm. And J.R. Organics has been kind enough to basically grow strawberries for us every year, and we commit to buying them from them. I'd say the first time we met J.R. Organics was at the local farmers markets. Right before we even opened, that was kind of one of our goals, is to make connections with local farmers and see who would be willing to work with Pure Project on a larger scale as we grew. So the first time we met them, like I said, was at the local farmers markets, and then from there slowly grew into a larger relationship, and every single year the amount of strawberries we purchase increases substantially. And this year, how many pounds of strawberries?
I think we'll process by hand about 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, 5,000 pounds of strawberries.
Yeah, over the years that we've worked with J.R., we've actually been able to experiment with multiple varietals of strawberries. A few of them are actually pretty rare, and some of them have been discontinued in the history of us growing with them. One of them that we really loved was called Patricia. It was actually a pink strawberry. So the reason why it never became a huge conventional crop was because small pink berries, so when you go to market with them, they look like they're unripe. Although they have this incredible strawberry, just the essence of strawberry, they translate so well into beer, but because they aren't attractive to the eye, they won't be picked off the shelf by consumers. Something that's really important about Strawberry Fest to me is being able to explain the importance of organics to people and why we choose to use organic products in our beer. Strawberries, when they're grown conventionally, use a lot of pesticides just because they are a small, soft fruit. They can easily get blight, mildew, and obviously bugs love to eat them. Another really big thing about conventionally grown strawberries is they use a gas called methyl bromide to sterilize the soil, which pretty much kills everything within the soil, and that's not a good thing. The methyl bromide also, over the course of the life cycle of the strawberries, evaporates into the air, and it also gets washed away into groundwater and tributaries because strawberries have a very shallow root system. The farm itself is in a river valley in a little area of Escondido called Valley Center. There's rolling hills on the sides, and the shape of the farm is actually sloped down towards the river. So, you can have different plants on different sides of the hills, and it changes what kind of light you're going to get, which is really important when you're, working with organic farming.
Yeah, I believe the entire farm is somewhere close to 80 acres. And it's kind of really cool to see the whole crop rotation process, because The very first year when we picked strawberries, it was in one section of the farm, and then it moved to completely the other side, and now it's in another section of the farm. So it's kind of cool how they, cultivate the land and rotate the crops around and basically regenerate the soil. Also, another interesting thing that I thought was pretty cool was the fact that they don't obviously spray for weeds, but they also don't pick the weeds. They kind of use that for like ground cover. So they definitely work with as much of the soil and I guess local plants as possible. The farm dogs are pretty cool too. We got a lot of cool farm dogs.
My favorite part of Strawberry Fest is seeing a 2,000-pound pallet of organic strawberries and smelling that smell in the brewery, and then while processing them, getting them all over myself. So the beers that we're brewing this year, we're brewing 4 different beers with J.R. Organics strawberries. The first one is the original strawberry beer that we made called Sunset Crush. It's a cream ale with organic Tahitian vanilla. It's a little lower ABV, 5.5%, really nice drinking. We always kind of named it after the color of the sunset, so it has this nice little red hue to it. Really nice and bright, but also has a nice savory touch of vanilla in the background. The second beer that's going to be coming out this year is called Strawberry Milkshake. This beer is actually an evolution of a triple IPA that we made with strawberries called CT3. We just kind of took that recipe to the next level and gave it a little more body and added vanilla to it, which gives us this nice, velvety textured strawberry milkshake-esque beer, which actually doesn't contain any lactose in it, which is great for our vegan people. The third beer that we're coming out with this year is actually a new one to the portfolio. This is part of our ever-changing sour Double IPA series. So this one is actually going to be with strawberries, so that'll give it really nice strawberry character. The lactose works really well with the acidity of the IPA to create this really just bright, almost smoothie-like character. The fourth beer that we're coming out with this year, or maybe early next year, is going to be a sour beer. So we have a golden sour base that's been aging in bourbon barrels that we will be then putting the strawberries into. This name for that one's to be decided. Strawberry Fest usually lasts for about a month. That's about how long the beers last. So come and get it while it's green.
Or
Strawberry red. I'm colorblind.